Hey there page turners, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world and that you are enjoying these first few weeks of the new year. Today we're going to be painting the cover of my companion review journal. This is the one in which I will be writing out all of my book reviews for 2026, and I'm even considering using this little book for Screen Junkie reviews. But I wanted to do something about the cover of the journal to stop it from looking so bland and to match the back cover of my bullet/reading journal. If you would like to see me do the back cover for that journal, you can check out my start of year bullet journal setup for 2026. The link is in the description down below. If you would like to, or perhaps prefer, to see the version of me painting this cover with just music and no voiceover, there's a link in the description down below for that as well, or you could find both of these videos in the Creative Day playlist on the channel. And that's what we're doing today. Let's get into it. What you've seen me do so far is paint a circle of Winsor & Newton's Japan Gold Size varnish onto the cover of my little notebook as glue, and now I'm adding pieces of Prime Art's copper leaf sheets with a paintbrush onto that glue. When you work with any kind of metallic leafing, you really want to try and touch it as little as possible with your own hands. Even though you see me doing exactly that, don't, it messes with the leafing. This copper leaf circle is supposed to be a full moon. I used the gold leaf version on the other journal. I wasn't able to get a big enough piece of the copper leaf the first two tries, but I got so much on the third try that I ended up getting too much. Because I don't want to waste any of it, when this happens, I usually just scoop it into a bottle that I keep on hand so that I can use it again later. As you can see, I'm not particularly good at gilding yet, but I definitely want to try using it a lot more. I'll try adding links in the description for some of the products if you would like to try and get it for yourself, but I have to say that I couldn't find all of the exact products that I was using in this video. For instance, I bought my copper leaf at a local store, and the same one wasn't on an international website that I could find, even though it should technically be available. So the link that I added for the copper leaf in the description is to give you an idea of what to look for. If maybe you've never used these materials before, then you know what to look for in your own local areas, or if you would like to buy one of these brands on Amazon. The same for the paint I'll be using, which is Genuine Heritage Craft acrylic paint in metallic colors. They're a South African brand of paints and they're supposed to be available on Amazon, however I couldn't find them there. But really, you could just use any metallic craft paint instead. The final product you'll see me using in this video are vinyl stickers from a set that I was gifted, the same set as I used in the journal cover before. And I wasn't able to find these specific ones either. I'm really sorry about that. I decided to not be realistic with the elements and have the flowers sort of floating in the field rather than having them be connected to visible stems, because I felt that gave a more magical feel to the moment depicted in the overall image. An interesting effect of the gold leaf versus copper leaf. The gold is obviously slightly cooler in tone than copper, and on the previous journal I used the gold leaf with only one cat in the field. I think it created a slight loneliness to that image, which this one lacks. The warmer tones in the copper combined with a cat duo somehow just feels more companionable, comfortable, cozy. I don't really know the right word. either way, I thought it was also very fitting having two cat companions on my companion journal, as I've been calling it, and it's not a bad start for this Creative Day series. I should probably tell you what that's about. So this series of videos is just basically sharing the journey, so to speak. I mentioned in one of my previous videos how I started falling out of love with a lot of things that used to be important to me during my time at university. Well, art and creativity was another one of those things. And like reading, I've been struggling for years now to get back into creating. Decorative or creative journaling is me sticking my toes back in the water 1 centimeter at a time. And this year I've decided to leave 2 pages in my journal blank at the end of every monthly setup that I would ideally use to play around a little. Rather, I'm hoping for at least 2 days per month to really designate my time to some sort of creative endeavor. And I thought that since I'm making videos on journaling, I might make a series of videos about this particular form of getting back into it. I also really want to get back into working on my skills in general. I've kind of let them go to waste for a while now. It's frustrating to have to start these sorts of things almost from scratch again, but that's what happens when you don't use the skills you have and build on them regularly. It would be so much easier if you could blame this sort of rut on how expensive everything is, and really the prices of just about any kind of hobby people can have is out of control. But if we're honest, most of that sort of thinking is just dumping responsibility in the wrong place. I miss the creative flow of life and the almost unconscious way in which I would engage with things creatively. And that's the point of all this, starting up art and crafts and just general artistic endeavors and building up all of those skills again. I am by no means an expert in art or anything artistic, but I think that the way in which we engage with beginnings and endings, with trying again and again, and with building the skills, knowledge, and life that we want, has value, not just to us, but also to those whose company we share while on the same road. That support, that sharing of ways and growth makes the community, and the community makes the journey worth it. And that really is something that I would like to try and achieve on this platform. To build a community together with all of you for people who love stories, creativity, and a little bit of dreaming. And that's it for today. Let me know down in the comments what skills or hobbies you've let go of that you would like to get back into, and let's chat about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, consider subscribing and joining me in making this community. Or give us a like if you like this video. If you didn't, that's fine, but go ahead and tell me what you would rather like to see in these sorts of videos. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good one.